Good morning. This is Professor Anderson with a little bit of feedback for your writing assignment number 4, the rough draft. And I'm sorry, I can't believe I'm just seeing this in my assignment folder, so I apologize for the lateness on this feedback. So let me share with you. Here's the PDF. It's located in week 6, and this just shares with you how to organize the findings, and it gives a good understanding of what each of the components should look like, or the elements inside of each of those, components or sections of your paper. And you've got all of them, and you have actually great information in each of those, the correct type of information placed at the right area. So that's what I call the nuts and bolts. The first thing I do when I review a paper is I look at the nuts and bolts. So this I would actually call like kind of a second draft, because then I go back over the nitty gritty. And let me share with you what I need you to tighten up for in this nitty gritty review, and that is grammar and semantics. So let me read to you this very first sentence. In the modern world of information technology that exists today, the secure assurance of information continues to be the highest priority and subject of discussion. One sentence, quite a lot of information, but you are, throughout your paper, you are what's called syntactically redundant. What that means is you say the same thing twice inside of each sentence. Now, I know that sometimes that's a little difficult to kind of juggle. Like on the one hand, you want to emphasize an idea, but how do you emphasize it without going overboard? And here you're really most of the time on the overboard and sometimes right in the middle. Let me share with you. So in modern technology, we don't need to say modern and exists today. That's the same. Modern technology, security with respect to modern technology is the highest priority of discussion, period. So you are honing in on, more commonly known as cybersecurity. Don't tell me what you think gets known. Give me the, facts. Known as cybersecurity, securing digital content is key, or is of the highest priority. Due to the outstanding advancements in most of the world is easily able to obtain and access electronics with powerful processing and networking capabilities. Obtain, access, easy. Your verbiage, the words you're choosing, are frequently redundant. Perhaps better to say, advancements allow for powerful processing and networking capabilities, period. The internet, I'm not sure the internet, it is a proper noun, but I don't know that I see it capitalized. I have to check that. Is the ultimate digital world where billions of internet individuals use to create, access, and transfer their confidential data across millions of platforms that exist in the world today. Whew! Again, I think you can see here when one strategy I recommend is maybe use your voice note, maybe make a screencast, read your paper into a digital device, and then play it back. And send that audio file to a friend and have them listen to it. Those are the best ways to recognize, when you read it aloud, those are the best ways to recognize those two things, that that syntactical redundancy, and then also that there's a couple of subject-verb agreement areas throughout. And then the last thing, so I'm really stressing like that grammar, that fine-tooth combing, and the best way I have found that works to be able to identify them easily, you hear them and your friends hear them, is to record your paper, read it word for word slowly into a digital device, and then send that recording. Okay, I want to go down here. It was the new findings. There's a couple of things I want to show you. Here we go. Conclusion. This conclusion, what you're doing is reflecting back on, you're just giving me a recap of each of them. Instead, a conclusion needs to be a single paragraph. And don't give me a quick brief of each of those. And I know that that's what it says here. That's why I kind of pulled this up for you. In this section, you review what your research shows in light of previous approaches. So you don't want to just give a quick sentence of what the executive summary said, what the introduction said. You want to give the general purpose of what your paper is. Cyber security is of utmost importance in today's world, period. I mean, that's what you had, communicating the importance of it is key for businesses, individuals, and blah, 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 So you instead of giving this, here we go, conclusion where you have these separate little paragraphs, you want to make sure that you just give one paragraph, 3 to 5 sentences, summarize the whole of your argument. And then finally, there was one area right here I wanted to share with you. Oh, okay. Yes. So previous approaches. After thoroughly analyzing and reflecting the previous approaches that organizations have used to secure their systems, there are 5 crucial approaches that have been proven to be detrimental in successfully securing information systems. You've labeled this as previous approaches. Don't start your sentences with that. Just say 5 approaches have proven as there are 5 failed approaches or something like that. I mean, you don't need to say previous approaches as your topic and then there are previous approaches as the beginning of your sentence. Start off with the facts. You do that. I think I noticed that for each of the sections. Well, this isn't necessarily as, yeah. So I guess that was the one that I saw. And then the last thing I would say is you have a couple, and as I'm scrolling through quickly, I can't find them, but there were a couple of first-person references. When you read it out loud into a digital device, if you choose to do that, I think you'll notice them quickly. So I look forward to reading your final copy.